Everybody, and thanks for joining us tonight. First up for you at 5:30, rent prices really getting out of hand on the shoreline.
And so much so, the Old Saybrook Fire Department says it is costing them members. Channel 3 New London Bureau Chief Luke Hydash explains the possible solutions.
We know for a fact that volunteers have had to move out of town.
The people we rely on for help in emergencies now need some help of their own.
But if we don't recognize that these issues need to be solved to keep those numbers robust, we're going to have a problem.
Volunteer firefighters in Old Saybrook struggling to make rent each month, just like many living on the Connecticut shoreline.
Everybody wants to be on the shoreline. They want to be close to the city, but not too close.
Either their rent has gone up or they need to move out. Their family situation has changed. There's nowhere to go. They end up having to move out of town.
The Old Saybrook Volunteer Fire Department has a residency requirement. That means all volunteers must live in town. With rent sky high, the department says it's losing members to nearby towns and cities after investing thousands in getting them trained.
It's great for the other town. They're going to get this trained firefighter who can move in and maybe serve another town, but it's horrible for Old Saybrook.
The department is asking anyone with extra space, maybe an in-law apartment, to consider renting it to a volunteer firefighter. Realtor Sarah Whitmore says Old Saybrook is in a unique position and that firefighters aren't the only ones struggling.
They start looking for rentals and they realize that the price they're paying for a rent is just outrageous compared to what they can possibly own.
Take a typical one bed, one bath. Whitmore says pre-COVID, that would rent for about $1,500 a month. Now you're looking at closer to $2,500 a month. So what's the solution?
Perhaps adding a bunk room to the firehouse or buying property within the town to build some sort of a residential area for volunteer firefighters. Those kind of things would have to be looked at down the road.
If you have extra space you're renting, the fire department wants to hear from you. In Old Saybrook, Luke Hydash, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.